See this guy? This is 26-year-old Officer Izzo, and he's graduating the police academy from PTI. We weren't allowed to call it PTI because when you said that to people, they go, "Where'd you go to the police academy?" And you said PTI. It kind of made it sound like you went to some trucking logistics school. So you had to say, "I went to the Police Training Institute at the University of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana, class 1871." And for those of you who remember back in the early 2000s, late 90s, you remember Cindy the Red and Cindy the Blonde. And all I had to do was say that, and you went, oh my God, because you don't remember which version of Cindy the Red and Cindy the Blonde you got during role play and how your asshole would pucker up when you saw them on scene. It's like, all right, we got a domestic disturbance call going through the door. And you're like, okay, all right, I'm okay. And you open the door, you see, oh, shit. And you knew either you were going to laugh or you were going to pucker your asshole. They were going to go crazy. And you took it really serious how they were. And you also knew if you dealt with Andy Cassavant and his tactical training center, you knew from day one to be terrified of every person on the planet that they had a gun. It was ingrained in you from the very first day of the academy that you went down to that training with the paintballs that had water in them. You know, you remember getting shot by those, and you were like, now, if it was an 80-year-old woman calling about her neighbor that had a barking dog, you never turned your back on the 80-year-old woman because she had a gun and she was about to shoot you with it. That's the mindset that they had us in by the time I left the academy. I don't disagree with that, but at the same time, there's no way that I can think of that we need to solve this problem that gets these cops not terrified of their own shadow. I don't understand it. I think it's a hiring process. I think it's the age process. I think that it's their tactical awareness not only comes from time on the job, but discretion does as well too. And it really is, it's sad that on-the-job training in law enforcement isn't like on-the-job training in retail or Starbucks, and like your first 3 months, you keep screwing up a double frappuccino with caramel and skinny milk or whatever the hell it is, and by the time you're there for 6 years, you can make it blindfolded in your sleep with your hands behind your back. In this job, people lose their lives. People get on arrested cost them ridiculous sums of money and court costs, and God knows the stress it costs their families, all for stuff that discretion, which is learned in that time, could have sat there and changed the difference in the course of how an officer dealt with it. So when cops learn on-the-job training, it sadly affects the lives of people in a much harsher way than any other job on the planet does. We need to talk about a stop today that was from private property that resulted in a shooting, and we're going to discuss how the mindset of cops being terrified is a danger, and we need to change this. Remember, I don't know how to do that. I think there are smarter minds out there than me that can solve these problems. I'm bringing awareness to these conversations that we need to have that people are afraid to have. Don't forget to support our channel. Go click on the link below and buy my book, Before the Badge, Everything You Need to Know Before You Become a Cop. You can support the channel. Also, there's a link to PayPal, Cop Talk Live, and support the channel. But your sharing of the videos, your sponsoring these videos, your support of it, it helps us continue doing what we're doing. We are going to take a look at this. This is body camera footage at Union City Station from BART Police, I believe this is. What I know so far is this is not a traffic stop. We're going to set the tone for what this is. It is a third-party complaint, at least what the contact officer says, on a subject in a car, no subject description, just a vehicle doing donuts in a parking lot. Now, the issue becomes private property. Can they do donuts? I think you can articulate very easily reckless driving in a parking lot. I know a lot of people like to take their kids. It's like a movie theater parking lot or a big mega church parking lot and teach them how to drive there. I know DUIs are not covered by the protection of private property in most states. I know definitely in Illinois that's how it was. I don't know the enforceable aspects for reckless driving. That's what donuts would be, because you have to articulate it, right? Because I want to set the stage for what are we going to enforce if we pull up. If this person is just doing donuts in their car and there's nobody else around, how do you articulate the reckless driving? Well, they're a danger to themselves. Are they, though? If they have other people in the car, minor passengers, unbuckled passengers, maybe some, a 4-year-old not in a seatbelt, you can articulate the reckless driving. But in the totality of the circumstances, if it's a single driver, there's completely open space, it's private property, and they're doing donuts, how do you articulate it's reckless driving? These are the things that, you all need to think about when you go and make contact with drivers. I was a big fan of private property. CENTCOM 9511, 10-8, verbal warning, loved it. Or written warning by the time we got done with it. Bean counters had to have everything. I loved no paperwork. Anytime it was a civil problem or it was on private property, oh, fantastic. Fantastic, good, awesome. No, I got nothing to do. So we're going to look at this, how this goes, and have a conversation about it. He's already exasperated. This is November 18th of this year at 9:23 p.m. That's 23 hours.
Boy, 31, 1029, please.
$27, 28, 29 check. 29 check, I believe, in Illinois was for warrants. 1027 check was for license. 1028 was a license plate. So he's doing a warrant check on her, if that's what the 10 code is for this state. I don't know.
Hey, this is, come around this.
Well, it's not a traffic stop, but the question to ask is, does he have the lawful authority to be there? Yeah, you got a citizen complaint, and it is private property.
Come around the other way.
There's nothing that says that a cop can't make contact with a driver. Can't do that. The one question that needs to be asked is the activation of the overhead lights. Now, everything is how you articulate it, because you see he pulled up without the lights, but now the lights are on. So the question then becomes, is this a seizure? And then would the driver, any reasonable driver, be under the impression that they are a seizure? If he didn't observe, which in the video you're going to hear in a second, that he didn't observe her doing donuts, the complainant did on private property. If a car is just there on private property, do they have the lawful authority to seize the driver? Well, they could say, well, we turn on our overhead lights so that they could identify it was us, because we didn't want two males approaching a female driver and being worried about what was going to happen. She was going to be carjacked or something. So no, our intention was not to seize, but the rest of the world pretty much knows that when overhead lights are activated, you see the red and blues, or just the blues in like Chicago or Boston. It's like, no, or the reds in New York. It's like, no, we're being seized. It's a seizure. So can you seize someone on private property when you did not observe a vehicle moving violation or equipment violation? These are questions you have to ask yourself if you're going to be playing the scenario over in your head to how would I improve this stop? Siren, I would definitely, yeah. You're activating your siren. You're seizing somebody. They are not free to leave. This is now a detainment. And the other cop is cutting off the path there.
Roll down your windows, please.
Clearly a seizure.
Sorry, no.
Roll down the back windows, please.
Wait, there's no one here. I'm parked because I'm trying to talk to my friend on the phone.
Okay, so we're just trying to investigate, right? Someone said that a car matching this description was doing donuts in this parking lot.
Eating donuts?
No, doing donuts in this parking lot.
I don't know how to do donuts.
Okay.
I've been waiting here.
Let's start with this. I would love for you officers to start to speak to people like they're human beings. There's a time and a place to speak very rigid, structured, command presence, barking orders. There's a time for that. 90% of your interactions, you need to talk to people like they're human beings. The reason being is they see those overhead lights, their automatic nervous reflexive system is going to be in a fight or flight mode. You don't want somebody accidentally hitting the gas and running into you. You don't want somebody running from you. You don't want somebody, oh, I was scared because I see the news and all cops do are shoot unarmed persons of color like me. You don't want that. So I loved the tactic of speaking to people as they are human beings. I like the rolling down the window because you got a heavy tint. I like that a lot. The way to do it. Sherry, let's listen to him again.
There's no one here. I'm parked because I'm trying to
Back up a bit. I'm sorry. You gotta want to listen to him again, how he approaches, and then I'm gonna do how Officer Izzo would do this. Especially, this is a non-threatening way, right? It's not a subject with a gun. There's no violence involved. I have no reason to go into command Izzo and start barking orders.
Roll down your windows, please.
Sorry, no.
Roll down the back windows, please.
Wait, there's no one here. I'm parked because I'm trying to talk to.
Hey, I don't mind that because you got to make sure there's nobody in the car. Hey, do me a favor. Those windows are dark as hell. Can you roll them down for me? The back ones too, please. Yeah, thank you so much. All right, awesome. Talk to people. Talk to people. Get a little bit of levity, joking around in your voice. Some of the reasons that I'm going to have you talk to people like they're human beings is because you're going to distract them while you continue to do your observing investigation. You look, you hear, you smell, you look for plain view, you smell for plain odor, alcoholic beverage on their breath, cannabis, whatever you want. I don't give a shit. And you're going to be looking to see what criminal activity, how their movement are. If you're going to act like a hammer, I'm going to teach you how to find the right nails to hit.
To my friend on the phone.
Okay, so we're just trying to investigate, right? Someone said that a car matching this description was doing donuts in this parking lot.
Eating donuts?
No, doing donuts in this parking lot.
I don't know how to do donuts.
All right, I love this kind of stuff, right? I mean, hey, how are you? I'm Officer Izzo with the so-and-so police department. Listen, I was on lunch and some nosy Karen called 911. They were watching the car. I don't know if this is you. I'm not accusing you. But they said some car that matches your description was doing donuts in the parking lot. I don't care if you were doing donuts or not. This is private property. I don't see any danger in it. I need you to stop just in case you were. I'm going to turn a blind eye, walk away, but I have to, because they called and complained, I have to make contact with you. I got to do this investigation. I'm going to get out of your hair. All I need is your license and insurance. As long as you're valid, I'm going to go. Awesome. I'm going to write you a written warning, if anything, but I don't know what I'm going to write you a written warning for because I didn't see anything. But I was going to get out of here. Sound good? Now, I go all that long-winded because by the time I'm verbally vomiting 30, 40 seconds worth of verbal jargon, I'm looking. And I'm looking at you and I'm looking at the car. I'm looking at you, I'm looking at the car. And I'm allowing, if I have a backup officer, I'm giving them 30 to 40 seconds to sit there and look and peer. And yeah, we're looking for the plain view. We're looking, if we're there, and I'm not going to deny the cops want to find the other crimes on there, the guns, the knives, the drugs, the bombs, the weapons of mass destruction. Well, we're looking, and I'm going to buy time. I'm also going to make it seem like I'm bullshitting you, and which I truly am. And I'm going to talk to you like a human being. I'm going to leave the stop with a good taste in your mouth where you're like, oh, that guy's okay. And then I'm going to blame the onus of stopping you on the asshole Karen who called so that you don't hate cops. That's my method. And it was extremely successful for me. So that the times when I did have to go hands-on and I had to use force, there was zero complaints by anybody because I wound up treating people exactly how they be with respect, professionalism, until it was time to fucking not. So that's my method. Take it, steal it, use it, manipulate it, and make it yours.
Okay.
I've been waiting here because I was about to go to the train, but it's too late now, so I have to go back to my mom's house.
Okay.
As a driver too, you guys.
There and the station agent, right? He's the one that called it in. We didn't see it, but the station
Donuts?
agent.
Yeah, we didn't see it. You're gonna tell me. As a driver, shut your mouths. Shut your mouths. So I'm going to take two sides of this coin because I want to improve the relationship between the police and the public. Officer, am I being detained? Yes, you are. Excellent. Tell me what you need from me. Tell me what I'm required to do. License and insurance, please. There you go. Hand it over. Say nothing. Oh, I was going to go to the train and my mom said, stop offering information and be pleasant about it. If you do, I can't help the fact that we're still in America today and there's cops' egos who are going to be so bent out of shape. The fact that you don't answer the questions they want, how they want, when they want it. So be pleasant. Hey, tell me what I'm required to do and I'll be more than happy to do it. License and insurance, please. Awesome. There you go, sir. Thank you. Where are you coming from? Sir, I'm sorry. I'm just not answering any questions without a lawyer present. I don't mean to, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just, it's my right to remain silent. Boom. Just no, stop talking to cops. Just please do. End of story.
Yes, ma'am. So like when you're utilizing,
I don't know. I'm not that good at driving.
Okay.
There were other guys doing donuts, but I'm like a fairly what's it called, new driver. I don't know how to do donuts.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I could though. Is that illegal?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I don't know how to do.
Yeah, I don't think the station agent knew exactly what vehicle was talking about.
I like those guys who do the donuts, but I don't know how to drive that good.
Yeah, tires are good.
What? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Remember, there's tons of ways to find legality. Is it private property? Can you say she's reckless driving? Who's there? Who's the complainant? Who's the bystanders that are around that are in the avenue or purview of her being potentially harming them? Are there passengers? Or can we say that her squealing of tires was causing an audible nuisance sound? It's a village ordinance, or it's criminal damage to property because her tires are now leaving marks on the freshly made pavement. Remember, the government loves to create laws that you leave your house and there's a way that we could find you breaking the law. That's how shitty the government is and how just government created revenues that cops have become. They're always going to look for a way to wind up charging you with something. And thanks to the government, there's always a way that they can.
Who did? I like it when people do donuts. I didn't know that was illegal.
Yes, ma'am.
I've seen people.
Yeah, not hot.
Okay. All right. You have a good night, ma'am.
Have a good night. Okay. Sorry.
Awesome. Have a good night. Sorry. Great. Stop is over. Done, according to some lawyers. Some good lawyers are going to say the stop is over. She's free to leave. Boom. Until...
Oh, no. I was parked.
Oh, actually, wait, really quickly, ma'am. My dispatcher informed us that you're licensed out of registration. I do have to address that, okay?
Oh, no. I have the... I just went to the DMV.
Can you show me your registration, proof of insurance, please?
I just went to the DMV.
Okay.
And I'm trying...
So here's how some lawyers could argue this. She was just released from the traffic stop. I don't know if case law, and if somebody wants to put this in the comment section, I'd be very curious to hear this. I don't know if case law says there has to be a reasonable amount of time for the officer to come back and continue the investigation, or if it's clear cut, you're released from the scene, you're done. Because the argument could be he made contact with her, did not observe any crime, so this is not a stop. The vehicle was parked. He detained her. Could we say this was unlawfully? I don't know. Street contact until you turn the lights on. And then he released her from the scene. Now it could be 20 minutes goes by, 10 hours goes by, 10 seconds goes by. You have a person who is in control of the motor vehicle. That meets the standard for DUI, but not for operating the motor vehicle, for a moving violation that would be driver's license suspended, revoked, or expired, right? So he comes back. She's not driving. She's simply in the driver's side of the vehicle. The car's on. Well, officer, my client was not operating the vehicle, was she? Well, she was in control. Was she in control of the vehicle, or was she operating it? There's a distinctable difference. And this is how lawyers are brilliant at what they do. And this is how you guys have to think if you're going to you need to think 20 steps ahead when you're on the job of what you do and how is a lawyer going to tear this apart later on so that your arrests are righteous and you're not wasting people's times, your times, the village's times, or lawyers' times. But we're watered down this so much. So the question is she free to leave? And then how do you handle it? How do you handle it? If dispatcher is whispering in your ear, because I wore an earpiece all the time, and all of a sudden you got, 95, 11, 11, 11. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, her driver's license comes back expired. Okay, so now here's what you have. You have a female who's already kind of jumpy, and she's kind of out of it a little bit. She's kind of weird. And it's not illegal, but she's kind of weird. And now you have information that her driver's license expired, so she can't drive the car. So how do you approach it? First thing you do at this point is you have her exit the vehicle. Oh, hey, miss, one more thing. Can you step out of the car for me really quick? Well, why? How it's going to be for officer safety? You, based on her demeanor, you're going to have to articulate, well, you don't want to give her a heads up that she's behind the wheel of a 2-ton impact weapon that could drive off, and she's not valid, but you have a feeling, and you're going to have to articulate your training experience, that by you telling her this information is going to put her in a state of fight or flight because you're telling her she can't drive the vehicle anymore. So you remove the components. 1 + 1 = 2. Get her out of the car. Hey, listen, your driver's license expired. I got to get you out of the car. All right, or give me the keys. Give me the keys. Turn the car off. Do something that will get that vehicle inoperable from moving. Does that make sense? Start thinking ahead.
I just made an appointment today. I already. Sorry, my mom is here right now.
She's nervous.
You want to give her a quick call? Just let her know that you're.
No, because she's sleeping.
I thought you said your mom was here.
She's sleeping at my house.
This is where things, your spidey sense will go off a little bit, because it's like, what? My mom is here. No, she's sleeping. She's at my house. I was trying to take the train. This is where it's erratic behavior, and it is induced by police contact. People don't like being in contact with, so you know that your presence alone could escalate somebody's behavior with you. So you need to work on de-escalating that. And de-escalating is talking to people like they're human beings. Listen, it's not a big deal. Your driver's license it's not valid. I'm going to sit there, do this, park the car, park the fucking car, call somebody, have them come pick you up. I'm going to do 2 laps. And maybe if I don't see your car here anymore, that's okay, but I'm not telling you anything. You have to talk to these people like they're people. You have to de-escalate by treating them like humans, because their fight or flight is kicking in because of how you're dealing with them and your presence on scene.
Okay.
It's late right now, and I was literally just wanting to park here so I could be away from my home. I don't know how to do. My friend wanted me to drive to his place, but I don't want to drive this late. Okay. So we just ended up deciding not to.
So really quickly, right?
Yeah.
My dispatch is saying that your registration.
I know. I just got the DMV.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Let me talk first.
It was fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't talk over me, please.
Okay. Sorry.
All right. I want to get you out of here as soon as possible. Okay. But the fact that my dispatch informed me that your registration is is not valid.
What's that mean?
The registration of your vehicle, because for you to have
valid.
Ma'am, let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
Let me finish first.
I'm sorry. Right? I'm just nervous because all the lights.
It's just this one.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Like.
All right. So really quickly,
yeah.
I need to address it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're gonna proceed forward with any type of.
No. Let me just go home. I live really close by. Just look.
You're a fucking robot, dude. Hey, listen. Did you know your license is suspended? Dude, did you know your license is revoked? Did you know your hey, listen. I just saw your license has been expired for like 2 weeks. Did you know about that? Inflection in your voice. Learn how to talk to people. She's already nervous. I'm sexist. She's a female driver. I'll be one more. Is she Asian? She looks kind of Asian. I don't give a shit who this fucking offends. When I'm on my motorcycle, if I see females who are Asian driving near me, my asshole puckers up. Stereotypes are legitimate for a reason. So if you have a female, 9:30 at night, who is in a parking lot, she's giving you this weird story. She could be impaired on some type of drug. I really don't give a shit what it is. You're interacting with her. I am the law is going to fuck things up. You're making her nervous. She's behind the wheel of a car. Remove the problem. The problem is driver, car. So you're going to have to use that smooth silver tongue of yours to get her to get out of the car, turn the car off, or something. You have to remove the problem. But right now, you're just pouring kerosene on the problem by doing the, miss, don't talk over me. And hey, did you know that you're experienced? Talk to them like they're fucking human beings.
Let me go home. Please don't make a
I need to see your registration, driver's license, and proof of insurance.
I don't have insurance, but I have my driver's license.
Oh. Why do you not have insurance?
I just paid the insurance, but I don't.
So you're saying you just paid your insurance, then you were saying you just paid your registration.
No.
Which one is it that you just paid?
What's it called?
Registration and insurance are two different things, man.
No.
You can hear in the way he's speaking to her, he is escalating. This is what I can't stand about some of you fucking shitbag cops. You do not know. You are looking for a problem. This is law enforcement in America today. When you really think about it, here is a female who's broken no law. She's in control of a motor vehicle on private property, and the problem is simply fucking this. Hey, you can't drive. Did you know your license is expired? Dude, lawfully, you didn't do anything, but if you put that car in gear and you drive, I can arrest you. This is my viewpoint. Listen, hey, look, I'm trying to do you a favor. Park right here, or get out of the car. I'll park your car. I'm going to give you the keys. I'm leaving. If you drive your car and I don't see it, not my problem. If you do drive your car, then I can arrest you or call somebody to come have you pick your car up. I know this is a pain in the butt. I understand that, but man, now you put me in a position. I got to do my job. Stop talking to people like they're fucking beneath you, because that's what you are. Your tone is starting to flare up like your little Johnny fucking tight shirt on a Friday night at a bar who's going to get out some chicks. You know, you're fucking escalating this shit and huffling your feathers, and we can hear it in the tone of your voice. This is becoming an increasing pressure cooker for her to fight or flight to trigger in because of you. Because of you.
Today.
In the state of California, you need registration and proof of insurance. You need two different.
I don't carry it on me because I don't know. I haven't even driven my car out of this town.
I need your driver's license, please.
I haven't driven my car out of this town. Okay. I have not driven out of this town. Okay. I don't even, do you know what I mean? I don't know how to do donuts.
What's your name?
My name is Weija.
Weija, what's the last name?
Gao.
Okay. Where do you live?
I live at, what's it called? Really.
Why do you not have a California driver's license?
Because I've been trying to go to the freaking DMV all week.
Right now, he's searching for something to arrest her on. Oh, you've been here for longer than 10 days. You don't have a valid California driver's license. This is a bullshit waste of fucking time. You're wasting time. You are escalating the outcome of this stop by looking for something. This is active police work where it's not proactive. This is where they're trying to pad their stats. So at the end of the day, he can put somebody in cuffs and it can reflect the initiation of the call to stop, reckless driving. Oh, boom. See that? Police did their job. They took another reckless driver off the street. This is police escalation. This is fishing, and it needs to stop.
To make an appointment, it is so full there. If you can get me an appointment there, I would love that.
Okay.
I've been trying to do this all week to the point that my mom had to fly here in order to freaking help me with it. So she just paid for it today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just stay put.
Yeah.
Right. Like I said.
Don't scare me. I'm really tired right now.
She's giving you all the signs, man.
If you allow me to finish my sentences first, right, get my complete thought out there, then I can explain to you what's going on. But when you cut me off prior to me being able to explain anything to you, you're going to be jumping to conclusions, which you're doing right now. I'm going to see and validate if what you're saying is true and correct about your registration and proof of insurance, right? Because registration and proof of insurance are two things that are mandated in the state of California for you to have, okay?
I have those.
Full disclosure, I used to sound just like him. It is, you're peacocking. You're mansplaining to a degree, and I fucking hate saying that because I think it's stupid. He is trying to impress the cop next to him, and there's an overtone. Us cops love dealing with women. We want to impress you. We want to exert our authority on you, and we want to dominate you. I used to sound like him in the beginning. When you over-explain a bunch of shit that people don't, it's Kamala Harrising a conversation. I don't think she gives a shit about what California requires, doesn't require, your registration, your date of birth, fucking, I don't think, but we do that to show you how much we know. It is 100% an ego drive. That's all this is. He's peacocking. That's all he's doing right now. And I used to do it when I first started as a cop.
Okay, and and my computer will say if you indeed have those or not.
He has no confidence.
In the state of California, you need to be able to provide proof of that to a police officer if a police officer asks. Kind of like
right here.
You just said you don't have it.
He is so unconfident.
I don't have it on me. It's my house. I must have taken it home, but I just paid for it today.
Okay, so just
don't scare me. Just don't scare me.
Okay, so just wait.
She's telling you, dude.
I just brought it into my house.
Do me a favor, ma'am, because you're like freaking out.
It's because you're cops, and I'm just in a parking lot.
Can you turn off your vehicle and then can I see your keys, please?
No.
Ma'am.
Big red flag. No. You fucked up. You escalated all this. There was no crime. The investigation was over. You should have walked away, or you should have spoken to her differently. Now you realize your fuck up. You realize that you have no confidence. You're brand new on the job. This guy cannot be seasoned whatsoever. Now, and he's regurgitating shit that he heard from another cop talk to another human being. That's all he did to get in this. Now you ask her to turn the vehicle off, and she says no. Now the problem. That's the problem. That's the point of no return. You can't come back from that. Now, all of a sudden, everything else is going to be a fight. So you got to ask yourself, you know that now you can't lose this battle. So it's going to be step out of the car. You know she's going to say no. Now, how many times are you going to ask her to step out of the car? Miss step out of the car. Miss step out of the car. Now, when you really look at it, right, because there's that lawful order, because what are cops supposed to do? You gave her lawful command, but did you? Because what's the purpose of the stop? Everything after, I think that point of you're free to leave. Okay, all right, thank you, sorry. I think you fucked yourself. I really do. So at this point, now is this an unlawful detainment? And as a citizen, does she have a right to fight back against kidnapping? Because technically, aren't you really kidnapping her? Because this is another human being. Citizen, you'd arrest them for kidnapping, unlawful detainment. This is where the shit got wrong because you don't know how to talk to people like they're fucking people.
My keys, that's illegal.
No, it's not.
Stop, that's my ID. Stop. I just, here, no, stop.
Get out the vehicle.
No, stop. I don't want you to have my,
get out the vehicle.
Stop, don't touch my hand.
Get out the vehicle. Get out the vehicle.
Why?
Get out the vehicle.
No, stop.
Get out the vehicle. Get out the vehicle.
Stop, no, stop. Why?
Get out the vehicle.
No, why?
Get out the vehicle.
Why are you saying that?
Ma'am, I'm going to pepper spray you.
Here's my keys. Stop. Here's my keys. Stop.
Get out of the vehicle.
No, stop. Here's my keys.
I'll hold this. You grab.
Stop. Here's my keys.
Ma'am.
No.
Here's a legitimate question for people and cops. Is there a point where once you go hands-on with somebody, you could say, okay, problem solved, and you know what? No, we don't have to escalate this. No. In my experience, there has never been a time where once you go hands-on, you do not complete it with handcuffs on them, and it ends up in a criminal charge of resisting. That's a glaring problem we have to talk about in law enforcement. We have to correct that. Because when you look at this is what we talk about constantly in the United States of America. What crime? There was no crime committed. They didn't observe anything at all. She had a driver's license that was invalid, but she wasn't driving, so they didn't observe that. It's not a violent crime. It's a state equipment violation because the state owns that piece of paper, and she's not moving violation. So there was no violent action behind her at all. But now the cops are looking to beat the shit out of her and use force. This is tyranny. It's plain and simple. This is tyranny.
You're scaring me. Stop. You're scaring me. Stop.
Ma'am, stop.
You're scaring me.
Ma'am, I'm gonna. Ma'am. 3-1 shots fired.
Uh, 2025 is in a matter of days. How do we have this many retarded fucking morons who have a badge, a gun, and the authority to use force? How? You shoot at a fucking vehicle? What fleeing felon was she committing that justified you pulling out your pistol and using deadly force? Oh, and the morons in the comment section. Well, she almost ran over the officer. Officer induced jeopardy. He put himself in that position. You don't shoot at a fleeing vehicle for a couple different reasons. Here's one big one. Is, let's just say for argument's sake, you successfully terminate the life-threatening behavior, which I don't know in this case what it was. The driver expires, right? Dies. How does the vehicle that is traveling forward in the direction of the path of the tires and steering wheel going at whatever driving miles per hour is, how's it supposed to fucking stop and not drive into people, not hit other people, not commit more, I don't know, damage, all this stuff? I just wonder. So you don't shoot at a vehicle.
Hey, stop right there, stop right there.
What did you do to me?
Get up.
What did you do?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Lay down.
Come.
No!
Lay down.
Call my mom! No! What do you want to talk like that?
Ma'am, we want to help you.
We want to help you as we're putting control tactics on you to fucking put you in handcuffs. Holy shit, and shove me in
We're
it.
going to go ahead and provide medical aid.
Why did you do that? I just...
Hey, stop.
Handcuffs, and we're going to provide medical aid.
Oh my God.
Ma'am, stop. We want to provide you medical aid. You were dragging us from the car. Stop.
No, I didn't. I just, no, what did you do? There's blood everywhere.
You were dragging us from the car?
Why did you do that to me?
Ma'am, stop.
Stop. Sit down.
Okay, so on body camera, he justifies his deadly force by you dragging us from the car. The vehicle wasn't moving. You pulled your pistol the second she put it in gear. So there was no time to drive you anywhere. I'm fucking done with this video. This cop needs to be criminally charged. Again, at what point are we going to start making examples out of these fucking brain dead moron police out there who are terrorizing our streets? I don't get it. How do you people continue to fucking justify this behavior? How do you pass these people through the academy? How do you pass them on their probation? How? How is it? All for what? For some anonymous complainant of a non-violent crime in a public or private fucking space with no people around. It's a death sentence. I guess this woman did survive. She had a gunshot wound. Fucking, I hope she's a millionaire. Fucking multi-millionaire. I do not know the status of this cop, whatever department this is. If you don't press your state or district attorney to contact the attorney general on a federal level and start criminally fucking prosecuting for violation of Fourth Amendment, then we have a very serious problem in America. There's only one way this stops. More cops behind bars. Because you know, if this was a citizen, the citizen would be under the fucking jail. That's it. This is absolutely ridiculous. This was a bad shoot that he escalated because he didn't know how to speak to another fucking human being to get what he wanted. Sometimes, oh, dude, she's fucking soaked in blood. Sometimes you get more flies with vinegar or honey or a pile of shit. It's completely on you. But those tactics are there from you to take from your supply and your arsenal to use on the citizen. Sometimes you got to be the hammer. Sometimes you got to be the fucking velvet glove. And clearly in America, we don't have cops that want to be anything other than fucking killing, wrecking machines that think that they are above the law and are the law. Guys, support the channel. Click on the link. Support the channel by getting our book or donating to Cop Talk Live on PayPal. And I'll see you in the next video.